I'm Brad Leavitt, president of Finer Touch Construction, so thank you for tuning in to our YouTube channel. Today we're going to talk about the importance of interior design in your projects. Here in Scottsdale, as a builder, our network is really important to have interior designers. So every project that we work on, that we build with AFT Construction, we have an interior designer. And it's actually really strengthened our company, our marketing, and our brand by working with designers. And we're a huge proponent of designers. And I tell the designers that, I mean, if a client comes to us and says, hey Brad, we want to hire AFT, we won't work with them unless they have an interior designer. And you can see why. This is information that we have that gives us detailed layouts for our team in the field. And there's a couple points that are really important to make why you need an interior designer. So as a builder, our ability to be profitable and successful is really dependent on how quick we can build the home, how efficient, how we can keep the costs down, and then safety and all the other things that come into play. And not only does that help us as a builder to be more profitable, but it also helps our client to have less duration, less cost for interest, carrying interest if they're doing a construction loan. And so as you think about that, the goal of the client, the goal of the builder is to build a home more efficiently, that's going to perform better, and then also be more cost effective, and then build quickly. Well, you have to have all the information up front. And so we look at it by bringing a designer in. This is going to shorten our responsibility as far as managing the project, because having a good designer with a good design book, now what happens is we start working through all these details. So as you look here at this front elevation, and we're putting in the walls, our designer is going to give us exact specifics. They're going to tell us the exact kind of brick that you see here, the exact type of stone. They're going to give us a detailed layout of the entry system. We were just in the bathroom. In the bathroom, they're going to tell us exactly the height of each of the plumbing fixtures, the bath accessories, so I know where to put backing in, right? So that way we have wood backing in. And what it allows us is, by having this comprehensive design book, two things. Now I can bid the project quickly and have all of the pricing correct and ready before we break ground. And we can send that out to multiple trades, right, for competitive pricing. So it gives our client some benefit there when they now know a secure price, and everyone's bidding apples for apples because we know the product, we know the height, we know the dimensions. And then it allows us to really envision what the home will look like. So it'll limit the amount of hours our designer has to put in by giving us this book, because now we're in the field and we can build to it. We can, going back to other conversations we had about being offline and technology savvy, that we can now do this automated. We can do FaceTime, we can use our iPads, and we can confirm all the dimensions with our designers. But I highly recommend as a builder to take care of your designer, build that relationship. And there's also a network that's built. As you build a network with good designers and architects, it's that reciprocity, right? We want our clients to work with good people, be successful, and have the A-team. And so as you have good designers, you'll be referred in as a builder. We bring them in as, the designers in with us. And so it just creates this synergy between the team and makes us all work so much faster. And one little selfish plug in there as a builder, by working with great designers, which we're fortunate to do here in Scottsdale, is our projects look amazing at the end of the day, right? So as we are marketing that and put it on social media, on LinkedIn and Instagram and these different platforms, it appeals to the masses because their products and they're current, or they're at least ahead of the curve. And it's exciting. It's really a big benefit to work with interior designers. So one of the questions that's asked a lot, which is really important to address, is not all interior designers are the same. And it's true for any architect, it's true for any builder. The level of detail, experience, knowledge, comprehension is going to vary by person. So it's very important, depending on your scope of work, and we know our wheelhouse, we know the projects that we're successful at AFT, and so we also know the caliber of designers that we need for that. And you're going to see a difference. Some designers, will provide full-on specs and CAD drawings, and, some do image boards. And so you really have to understand what's going to help you as a builder and understand that difference. And then there is a cost, right? Depending on the level of detail, the level of quality, and the level of notoriety, if you will, from the designer, there's going to be a cost difference. So you have to be cognizant of that. You have to understand that as you're introducing them to your clients, to understand their budget and their expectation. And then it's important for the builder too to also help your designer out in the beginning. We have an idea when a client calls me and they have a budget for their house. It's really important for me to vet them, understand, put that budget, but then let's help the team. Let's get with the architect and the designer, and this is where it's important to have us all together in the beginning, because we can tell the designer, hey, we have X dollars for cabinetry, we have Y dollars for floor tile. So we can give them a range for labor and material, so then that way they're selecting tile that fits the budget of the client. They're not having to pick, if we have $15 a square foot for material, they're not picking something that's 25. We're gonna keep them in that ballpark, so at least coming in the day, that design's gonna match the budget of the client. So it's real important to understand your numbers and then assist the designer, which will in turn benefit you. Thank you so much for tuning in to our YouTube channel today as we discuss interior design. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and keep us posted on any questions you want us to address.